It is probably the only institution with the necessary degree of autonomy to undertake charitable deeds, a ministry of love. It is one of the very few spaces of freedom that exist, if not the only one.
Cuba's economy, crippled by communist policies, is bankrupt. Although not officially sanctioned, with no effective welfare system, the Cuban regime is obliged to watch as the Catholic Church tries to respond to the immense poverty that prevails. One such instance is the care given by the Sisters of St. Vincent de Paul, who are exceptionally allowed to care for patients at Havana's St. Lazarus Hospital for lepers.
They work out of love, mercy, while other people do it for a wage. I mean, the way they think. However much they give, they do it because of what they bring to us and how they give.
The sisters would be unable to care for the lepers without assistance from the Western Church.
Aid to the Church in Need has helped us with a microbus, which the community uses to serve our patients when they are in need. It serves to bring bread for the meals we serve them, as well as to bring other things that we buy for them. And there is also the kitchen in our home, that was in a terrible state until it was repaired with the help of aid to the Church in Need.
Government restrictions on candidates to the religious life means that for a population of 12 million, there are only 500 Catholic nuns in Cuba. Time, therefore, is an enemy in their effort to reach Havana's most needy children.
Come to me. Tell her to come to me. There is no school this week? No. How did the tests go? It was okay. As you are not going to school this week, come to see me on Friday. We will see if I can give you some clothes.
A further aspect of the Church's social concerns relate to its work with the elderly. Effectively unable to survive on Cuba's meager state pension, the elderly seek care and solace in the church-run soup kitchens, such as this one in Camagüey. It feeds 70 to 100 people on a daily basis. Due to the embargo on church construction, this kitchen is run from the bishop's house. The most innocent and those likely to suffer most are Cuba's children. They remain a special concern of the Cuban Church, which surrounds them with special care.
We started with 3 children. Then the number began to grow. It reached 15 children, and today we care for 65 children. We teach them values, not only how they themselves should behave, but also other values. A lady psychologist works with me because you can see that many of the children have psychological problems, at times very serious psychological problems, for many are the offspring of prisoners. Other children come from women who became pregnant by men they would never see again. Such are fathers of these children. These truly are children of the streets.
Convent sisters are not the only ones who work with the children. Lay Catholics also play a unique role.
Here we have milk that we prepare over here in this pot. Mayonnaise for the bread. Good morning, come in, Andy. These are children with great problems whose parents are unable to buy them any food. Parents who find themselves in situations where they are unable to obtain the means to buy food.
Good Lord, give all people enough to eat, each according to their need, so that we can all thank you together. Thank you.
The Cuban government doesn't care about these children. There is no obligation to help the children because their parents don't work, so they don't help. Help only comes from here. They have no other.
Although the social services offered by the church are vital to the community, the church's ability to act is very limited due to the continuing embargo on its activities imposed by the regime. The only way the Cuban church can continue to offer care is by relying on international Catholic charities, such as Aid to the Church in Need. The repercussions of the government embargo extend across the full breadth of church life. Building permits to rebuild churches, own a car, or to buy cement are regularly denied, inevitably limiting the scope of any new development.
We can't build new chapels because the government refuses to give building permits to construct new chapels. Some towns had chapels, but lost them when they were converted to other uses, other institutions, medical, educational, even dance halls. There was no way of getting them returned, and no way of getting a permit to build again. We hope this will soon change.
Many churches were destroyed like this one in the village of Lombilo.
Umbilio is a special zone. The church here was destroyed at the beginning of the revolution, and the people have always said that ever since then they have been cursed.
The church here was closed. It was taken over by the state, and then the church was destroyed. The local community of Umbilo was also destroyed. So anew the people asked with faith for a new church, and with their own means they built this small thatched house with their own efforts.
In this area, almost all of the churches were in a very bad state. Some have been rebuilt, others have had new roofs put on, new benches installed, and so on. They are all up and running, though even